What's up, guys? It's Kenny here, and welcome to Client Conversion Machine. I'm going to share with you everything that you need to know inside of this video as to what this product is about so you can make an educated buying decision as to whether it's for you or not. If it is, that's awesome. If it's not for you and something you don't want to do, then that's fine as well. It doesn't really matter. I know you get a lot of things in your inbox. You decided to go on this one and come here and check this out, so I'm grateful for that. So what is Client Conversion Machine? Client Conversion Machine is the exact process that we use inside of my company, my Facebook ad agency, to close high-ticket buyers. $5,000 and above, one-time fee, and $2,500 per month, okay? Either or, not both at the same time. I mean, you could do a fee and then a monthly thing if you wanted to, but we don't do that. We do either a one-time fee or a monthly fee, depending on the product or service that we're selling. So that's the process that we're going to be teaching you. It's a 3-step process. I'm going to go through each and every step with you here so you know what you're getting into. And if you like it, you think you can do it, you have the time for it, it takes about 2 hours a day. You want to do it, that's awesome. If you don't, that's fine too. So step number 1 is what we call friendly conversations. All right. So basically what this is it's prospecting. That's what it is. It's a fancy way of saying prospecting. Okay. So we're looking for people that have an interest in what it is that we're doing. The lead source really doesn't make that much of a difference. We use Facebook groups for this. We use government leads for this. We use a number of different lead sources, Groupon for this. There's a number of different lead sources that you can use. It really doesn't make a difference, but we're approaching them a little bit differently than we would if we were selling them a $297 product or a $500 a month product or something like that. We're approaching them differently. Basically what we're doing is we're going in and we're saying, hey, I see that you have this problem. I might be able to fix it for you. Like, let's talk about it a little bit. Let's see where you're at, right? This can be done through Facebook Messenger, Zoom, Skype, whatever, or on the phone, in person. It doesn't make a difference. The medium doesn't really matter. So we start off with that friendly conversation to see if there's interest in what it is that we have, okay? If there is interest, then all we do is we go to step 2, which is qualification. At the end of our little friendly conversation, we just say to them, when's a good time to meet with you for 15 minutes so I can share with you what I have? Or when's a good time to talk to you on Facebook Messenger so we can share with you what I have? We set aside 15 minutes to basically see if they are going to be a good fit. That's the qualification stage. We ask them questions like, where are you now? Where do you want to be? What's the one thing that's holding you back right now? What's the one problem I can fix that will move the needle for you the most? During that process, we get rid of all the surface level stuff. We get down to the deep meat of the problem and we see if we can solve it or not. Because the last thing you want to do when you're selling high ticket is sell stuff to people that you can't actually help. You want to make sure, that's really with anything, but when you're charging $5,000 or something, $10,000, $25,000 or something, the last thing you want to do is bring someone on board that you can't get a result for, right? I mean, you really want to make sure that you can get a result for them. So we go ahead and we get rid of all that surface level stuff. We get down to the meat of the problem, the core issue, and we see if we can solve that and get them the result. If we feel like we can, and they're not crazy. So there's really, it's funny because there's a 2-step process in qualification. We make sure they're a good fit. We make sure they're not nuts, right? So I'll give you a little bit of an example. If I'm asking them like where they are and where they want to be, and they're like, I'm just starting, I'm at 0. Okay, everything goes perfect in 6 months. Where do you want to be? $25 million in a Ferrari. I'm like, you're a maniac. You're nuts. That can't happen. So get off the phone with me. Stop talking to me. Never message me again. So we want to make sure they're not nuts, and we also want to make sure that they're a good fit. If those 2 things work out, then we move on to the closing stage. That's step number 3. In the closing stage, again, it could be done through Facebook Messenger, through email, on the phone, in person. The medium doesn't matter. It's the content delivery that matters. In the closing stage, what happens is we enroll them into the process, or we onboard them into the service that we're having, whether it's SEO, Facebook ads, building websites, a digital product. It doesn't make a difference. Coaching. It doesn't make a difference what it is. We enroll them or onboard them into the service. We make sure everything's set up right for them. We take payment from them, obviously. We sign contracts if that's applicable in the situation that we're dealing with. And that's step 3. So those are the 3 steps. It's very, very simple to do. It's how we train all of our new salespeople. It's how, believe it or not, most people that you see on Facebook, running Facebook ads, doing coaching, doing digital products, doing high ticket services, it's kind of how everyone sells high ticket stuff. I don't see it really taught all that much outside of like really high ticket mastermind groups, but we're teaching it to you here. It's how I train all of my salespeople. It's how I close high ticket deals. It's how my salespeople close high ticket deals. It's exactly how we do it inside of my company. So the results are absolutely outstanding. You could see some of them below. Those are some results from us, obviously, some results from people that we've shown this to, from salespeople that work for my company. The results are amazing if you actually do it. It doesn't take a lot of time. I would say probably when you get started, maybe like an hour or two a day, because all you'll be doing is prospecting and qualifying at that point. Once you get going a little bit and you actually start closing deals, maybe a week after you start, maybe it takes 3 or 4 hours a day to do it, because you'll be on closing conversations as well. And those take a half hour, 45 minutes to do. So they're a little bit longer. But remember, when you go on a closing conversation inside of my company, 40% of the deals are closed. So you're gonna be making a ton of money while you're doing that. So the time is worth it. All right. So the cool thing about this as well is that you can take this to whatever level you want. If you're someone who just wants to make $10,000 a month, $15,000 a month, you could certainly do that with this. If you put the work in, you put the time in, you put the effort in, you could certainly do that. If you're somebody who's a little bit more ambitious, you can take this to the 7-figure level if you want to. There are plenty of people out there that do that. Again, look at every Facebook ad that's run right now inside of this industry. You will see it's all done the same way. A lot of those guys are making 7 figures doing that. It's not really that big of a deal. Now, with that, you'd probably have to have people that are working for you and with you. We talk about that inside of the program as well, inside of Client Conversion Machine. But at the end of the day, if you just want to make enough income to live comfortably and have a happy life, 10, 15, 20 grand a month, that's not really that big of a deal. That's like 4 sales, right? At $20,000 a month, it's 4 sales. That might be 20 qualified leads. Not a big deal. Maybe 50 friendly conversations. Easy to do. You could do 5 a day for 10 days and you're there, right? Not that big of a deal. So the last thing I want to address here is providing the service, right? Because I think a lot of you are saying to yourself, yeah, this sounds great. I could sell a $5,000 deal. That's awesome. I could do 3 or 4 of them a month. That's really cool. I only need 50 friendly conversations in order to do that. That's really cool too. But how am I ever going to provide value at the $5,000 level? That's something that I understand. I get it, because a lot of people think that in order to sell a $5,000 thing, you need to be some sort of wizard or genius or whatever. Well, the truth is that at the $5,000 level, providing is actually easier, as is closing. Closing the deal is actually easier too. So the reason why that is because when I'm talking to you guys, right, and no offense to you, it's just this is a $17 product. It's not a high ticket product, right? So when I'm talking to a low ticket audience, I have to teach you everything there is to know about the thing. Right? So you need to know that, like, in order to sell, I did it in this video, right? In order to sell high ticket customers, you need to have friendly conversations to get people that are interested inside of your business. Then you have to qualify them. Then you have to go on a closing call. If I'm selling some sort of coaching or consulting or a service, right, to someone who's already doing 100 grand a month with high ticket sales, do you think I have to talk to them about friendly conversations? They already know the deal. Do I have to talk to them about qualifications? They already know what's going on. Do I have to talk to them about closing? They already know. What I have to do is I have to come in there and just make their process a tiny bit better. So think about this. We do it in Facebook ads all the time, right? We don't sell Facebook ads anymore to people who don't run them, because I have to teach them everything. I have to do everything from start to finish, right? Why would I do that? That's dumb. I did it for years, but it's stupid. What we do now, and we've done for the past 18 months, is we only sell ad packages to people who are already running ads. Why do we do that? Because I can come in and I could charge a lot more money, and I could say, look, you're spending $10,000 a month at a 2x return. Okay? I can take that $10,000 a month spend and I could bring it to 2.5 or 3 within 30 days. By changing your ads a little bit, changing the images a little bit, changing the targeting a little bit, I can go from a 2 return on ad spend to a 3 return on ad spend inside of 30 days. Is that worth $5,000 to them? Do the math. It's a simple math equation. Do the math. If I can do what I'm promising, it's worth it for them all day long. Do the math, right? Now, as far as a beginner goes, if I'm selling a $200 product or a $500 product, I have to convince them that Facebook ads is the way to go. I have to convince them that it's better than Instagram. Well, that's kind of a dumb example because Instagram's part of Facebook, but I have to convince them it's better than all the other stuff, right? It's better than Snapchat. It's better than YouTube. It's better than this, better than that. I got to convince them all that. Then I got to convince them that I'm the right person to do it for them. But with the person who's already doing it, the high ticket buyer, I don't have to convince them of any of those things. All I got to do is show them results from prior customers that I've done it before and show them that it's worth it. The value is there. Once I do that, they pay me all the time. That's why me personally, I'm not saying you would do this, but me personally, I close 80% of the people that I talk to at the high ticket level. My salesperson for my Facebook ad agency, they close 40%. So just keep that in mind, right? And that's not because I'm a better salesperson, I'm some kind of magician or whatever. It's because I know the products and services that I have inside and out, backwards and forwards. They do too, but not as good as I do because I created it all, right? So it's easier for me to close because I know all the stuff. For them, it's a little bit harder because they didn't create it all and they haven't been around it for so long. So it's a little bit different. And for you, that's kind of where you'll be starting as well. So it's easier to close, it's easier to provide, and you make a crap ton more money than you would if you were selling a $200 product or a $17 product or whatever. Now, the choice really is this. You can go ahead and you could buy the next software thing that comes out that's going to be gone in 3 days. You could do that. There's plenty of them out there. Go ahead and do it if you want to. You can go ahead and try to sell affiliate products that are $17. You could do that too, make half of that money and make like a $10 sale or something. You could do that. Or you could try to sell $5,000, $10,000, $25,000 things like Russell Brunson does, Sam Ovens does, Dan Henry does. Everybody that you know and see on Facebook ads and Instagram ads and YouTube ads and all these big names that speak at places like Funnel Hacking Live and everybody else, everywhere else, they're all doing the same thing. And you're not doing it. You're doing something different. And that could be the reason why you're a little stuck or maybe you're having a little bit of a problem. So follow the people that know what they're doing, like I have done in my career, and you will see a similar result to them. All right. So Client Conversion Machine is going to teach you everything you need to know about high ticket sales. If you want to learn how to do that, you don't have to worry about providing again because we go through all of that in the training. Most of the stuff that we sell in here, that we teach you how to sell in here, you're not even going to have to provide yourself anyway. So it really doesn't make that much of a difference. Providing is easy. Selling it is easy because, again, we're not teaching new people how to do stuff. We're teaching people that are already in the game how to get a little bit better at it. And that's a lot easier than teaching someone from ground zero all the way up to wherever they want to go. So it's easy to provide, it's easy to sell, and the process is very, very simple to do. Even if you don't want to get on the phone, you don't want to go in person or whatever, you can still do this. All right. So if you're interested in learning how to sell high ticket, $5,000 and above, $2,500 a month and above, best sales process in the world, click the button below, Client Conversion Machine. It's 17 bucks. Like really, $17. If you can't invest $17 into something to learn how to do something like this, then I don't know what to tell you. Like I said, go buy. There's plenty of software out there that's going to break in 3 days. It's never going to work for you. You probably bought 50 of them already. You could buy 51. It's not a big deal. Or you could try something a little bit different. Learn a real business principle, a real business process that will change the way you grow your company forever. All right. So Client Conversion Machine, it's 17 bucks, can teach you high ticket sales. That's what people are doing right now. It works really well and you make a ton of money doing it. That's how we do it. That's how all the big names do it. And that's how you should do it as well. Client Conversion Machine, click the button below and we'll see you inside. Take care.